Оценивают титульное противостояние Сергей Журкин, Ираклий Малазони и Алексей Мишалкин. Ваш судья-хронометрист Андрей Скороходов. И с ударом гонга рефери в
doing in cutting off the movement laterally. Sarukhanyan is
strong, very imposing, isn't he? As he comes forward, lands a solid jab as well. Sarukhanyan
being clocked up by Sarukhanyan as he continues to sit and seeking to cut off those escape routes. Is the stalking figure of Chelokhsaev. Chelokhsaev being clocked up by the shifting performances of Sarukhanyan.
His opponent, Sarukhanyan, work very, made him miss badly there. Chelokhsaev stalking forward. I tell you what,
mixing our sporting metaphors for a moment, we're seeing long-distance athletics race side of the line rather than staying in lane 8 to take them. Of course, he will have trained for this. Back foot boxing an art in itself as he attempts to reverse 1-2, right hand, then left hand.
Looking to land that show-reel knockout shot. There we see him jumping up, and look, he was made to pay there.
The referee, Mr. Alexei Kozlov, just reminding him of it
as well, because he's not just covering ground, but he's covering it at speed. And still seems to be plenty left in the Chelokhsaev.
Contestant from Sarukhanyan. Chelokhsaev, its encounter scheduled for 10. There's a 21 on his return to the action in February 2024 as he peppered his man with a jab and wasn't too far away with a right way back in 2008. And the caliber of opponent he's faced off against as he scores with a good double.
That's exactly what he's doing, Chelokhsaev. He's stalking forward, and there waltzes or something here. It's one of those ones. That man can be Chelokhsaev. He's the only man that can.
Puncher, Georgii Chelokhsaev, found his slippery customer. All the blades laterally left and right. And Georgii Chelokhsaev, look at that, when he gets close, he's able to ghost out of the corner, then deter his forward foot boxing being produced by Vage Sarukhanyan. And in the last couple of rounds, impressive job of doing this, holding his feet sometimes and backing up the pressure fighter before getting back on his...
Than we've ever seen him move before, that's for sure. From left to right, that was a good one. Shot by Chelokhsaev, ban him around, and there, peekaboo style, look, hands held open. Nick.
You're just taking a breather here in terms of stopping the movement. Took a good left, 50 of the middle.
Yeah, trust me how frustrating that is when your opponent, you throw the hook and he's standing behind you. It can be a very frustrating night. And Chelokhsaev, oh, he landed a good body shot moments ago. He should have built on that. That's where and another round and you go.
And when swellings and contusions begin to appear, the corner man will...
Sarukhanyan over to the doctor just to inspect it and try the bit of metal that's put in on ice.
Feinting with that left jab. And again, without reply, attempted bite.
Yep, Sarukhanyan maybe just running out of steam now. Good for Chelokhsaev, because he will be able to get off with those shots.
Out of range and then darting out a left jab that seeking to just irritate and deter. He put altogether more pop on that final left hand.
It's a case of, can he still box as effective? Well, the answer is yes with that shot.
He's able to go from moving clockwise to counter, closing the gap, because when he gets close, he's having to move his own enough for my money, Sarukhanyan, in that back to not give the impression that he's running, which I perhaps suggested he may have been in the first couple of rounds when he adopted it.
Chelokhsaev, and making him pay because he's just out of range, and there he's coming up with some good shots. If you sit there with him, you're fighting the wrong fight. Sarukhanyan has not done that. He's boxed the pressure and cutting the ring off actually very well. If you look, he's holding his back foot and he's keeping with his movement from left to right, left to right. He's not sitting still for a...
He won in Moscow in May of last year. And he made
he's doing. That's not an easy thing to do, so you have to respect and appreciate it. But
solid right hand which ended up landing on the shoulder blade of Sarukhanyan. And there was a moment in this round a few moments ago when Chelokhsaev gets to throw the right hand line in sight. Look at Sarukhanyan up on his... Look at, because Sarukhanyan had spun off the line. Now there was no counter. He made it, but he didn't make him pay. And that's when about making the man miss all night. Although ring generalship defensively...
Chelokhsaev can't seem to close that gap.
But Sarukhanyan hasn't really been led the first 2.5 minutes of this round. Sarukhanyan seems to be in the preceding 9 rounds. Again, I think that Sarukhanyan has done enough.
96-94. Таким образом, единогласным решением судей одержал победу и стал чемпионом России в первом полусреднем весе Vage Sarukhanyan!
What a wonderful moment in the long, winding career of Vage Sarukhanyan, and just look at what